Good morning. It's absolutely freezing, don't you know? Well, what a rough night that was. I'm not going to lie, I've had about 3 hours sleep. And the reason being is because, and I'm going to whisper this into the microphone, the people in that camper van there, the guy was up being sick all night in the drain right behind my van. Lovely. So I kept waking up to coughing and spluttering all night. The maniacs are back out doing their swim. It is actually frosty this morning, so it is a fresh one. Let's get back in the van where it is lovely and warm. 15 degrees. It's actually cooled down a little bit, but it was really warm because I've just finished making my porridge and a coffee. On the agenda today, we're going to be leaving Weymouth and we're going to be leaving Portland, heading off to Lulworth and a place called Tyneham Village. Now, Tyneham Village is a small village. I'll tell you a bit more info about it when we get there. But basically, in short, the army booted everybody out during the First or Second World War because they wanted to use the village for training. It's now derelict and empty and a bit of a tourist attraction. So we're going to head down there and go and have a little mosey round and have a look. And then maybe, if you've got time, do a little walk along the cliff tops. Right, so I'm all set to go. I've just wiped the windows down, and while I've been doing that, I've had the engine running, and this is what I'm getting from my engine. It's not good. Look at the revs. And it's running like an absolute pig, and it keeps conking out on me. I'm hoping it's just because it's been really cold and it'll be okay when we start driving. Fingers crossed. Anyway, I'm going to head off to a little beach nearby called Chesil Beach, go and have a look and see what that's like, because it's still a little bit early to head off to this village. It's only 45 minutes away and it's only 9:15. So let's head off to Chesil Beach. First petrol garage, Chesil Beach. Go and have a little nosy around there. There's a little bit of information on that beach apparently that's quite interesting. So we'll do that and then we'll head off to the village called Tyneham Village. I will see you in a bit. Okay, so fuel acquired. Van seems to be running a little bit better. I think it's purely because it was so cold and it hadn't been driven for a good few hours. I've not had that problem at home though, to be fair. So I don't know if it's the fresh sea air and the cold fresh sea air that's done it. That was a mouthful, wasn't it? Fresh sea air that's done it, but it seems to be running just fine now, thank goodness. Here we go. Wild Chesil Centre, Chesil Beach. Let's go for a little walk. That'll do, pig. So I'm going to be honest with you, I came to this car park for a reason, and that reason being is that it did have a cafe and toilets. It looks like they might just be opening up, so we might be in luck, because I need a toilet and mine's full and I'm craving a bacon sandwich, and I shouldn't be eating one, but I'm going to have one anyway. But this is Chesil Beach and Fleet Lagoon. It says here it's a storm beach made up of billions of pebbles washed up over 10,000 years ago. It's 18 miles long. 18 miles long. That's insane. I don't think I've ever seen a beach that long. 18 miles. Anyway, let's go over the bridge and go and have a little nosy. Yes, the cafe's opening up. Perfect. There, let me tell you, this footway is slippery. I'll tell you what, I'm impressed that I haven't gone arse over tit on this, because it's like an ice rink. So anyway, here we are, walking on the pebbles. Oh, this is going to be hard work. It's like a desert. Actually looks like a desert. I'll tell you what, I would definitely struggle to drive on this. If you see my Wales video, you'd know. It's pretty though, isn't it? Well, there isn't a lot to see, unless you like pebbles, of course. There's lots of them, but look at that, it just goes on for miles and miles and miles. Now, I'm not sure if many of you saw my my video last week. If you haven't, go back and check it out. But just a bit of information about Portland and Weymouth. During the Second World War, D-Day, Portland, Weymouth played a big part in the D-Day landings. So apparently up to 150,000 English and USA troops and their vehicles came from Weymouth and Portland heading over to the beaches of northern France. So they came, a lot of them came from here. That's where they set off. And there's a museum not far from where we stayed last night dedicated to the D-Day landings, and they've got Sherman tank outside. Should have gone to have a look at it actually in hindsight, which is a wonderful thing. But yeah, there's lots of memorials dedicated to the D-Day landings and all the people that served and died in that. And they've got lots of sort of memorials scattered all the way along the coastline, along the beaches, because they used to also practice the D-Day landings here on the beach. Whether it was this beach here or along the coastline down there. But apparently the Americans did a practice run of the D-Day landings, and in that practice run quite a few of them actually died, so they kept that a bit of a secret for a number of years. Yeah, there we go. So this place played a big part in the D-Day landings, and that would probably explain why there's lots of forts, sort of gun turrets and stuff like that around where we are. So yeah, interesting. Pretty as the beach is, and as much as I love a pebble, it's definitely time to head to the abandoned village. Right, so let's get some directions and see exactly how we get to this place. Tyneham village, 14 miles away. Directions, 44 minutes drive. So let's get on the road. Whoa, wheel spinning, wheel spinning. Whoa, some of these side roads are absolutely horrendous because obviously they've not been gritted at all. It is like a blooming ice rink. Jeez, that's like bloody snow. Oh, these roads are sketchy. I'm not going to make it up this hill. You've got to be joking. Oh, this is sketchy as. There's no chance I'm getting up here. No way. Look at it. Don't know if it looks big on camera, but oh boy. Well, let's give it a go. Coming down to be fun. I do not fancy coming down this. Okay, so good news is we got here in the end after those treacherous roads, which were quite frankly awful. Look at this. There it is. Our telephone box as well. This is Tyneham village. Let's go for a little wander round, see if we can get some facts on this place while we're having a wander. So there's a lot of people. There was a lot of people going into those houses. And I've seen some more over here, tucked away in the woods. So let's go and check these ones out. That's a whopper of a house. It's actually completely fenced off, so you can't get anywhere near it. You can't even go in it. I'm assuming it's unsafe. But we've got a GoPro on a very long stick. Here it is. But once upon a time, someone did live in that. And then I believe it was the military that asked them all to get out and rehomed them all. Then the military took it for training. So there's actually a church here as well that you can go and have a look in, which is actually, and a school I believe as well, which has been left exactly how it was. So we'll head off and go and have a look in that. Apparently you can go into the school and you can go into the church as well. So I'm going to struggle to get the drone up if I'm honest. There's security everywhere. I don't know if they're military or whether they're like park rangers, but yeah, I think I'm going to struggle to get the drone up. We'll give it a crack, we'll try, and then get told off. So here we are, we're in number 4, the Shepherd's Cottage, home of the Upshall family from 1925 to 1929. So household members. Oh look, there's Margaret Upshall outside, so I'm assuming she lived here. Did she? Let's have a look. No, but she's a relative. Outside the old family home. And this is all that remains. Don't know what that was for. No way, look at that. I don't know, my shadow's going to get in the way of that, but Tyneham got his first public telephone kiosk during the winter of 1929. Before this date, the villagers would keep in touch with the outside world by telegram, or later by using the actual telephone that came in the back room of the post office. There's an old telephone box, isn't it? So here we are now, we're in number 3, the old post office. God, I thought it was Dot Cotton. For those of you who watch EastEnders from England. Home of the Driscoll family from 1938 to 1943. You can see there clearly where there was another floor, fireplace on the first floor and then one on the ground floor. I bet you any money this was the outside loo. I bet you any money this was the outside toilet. Look at that, look. There's the coats that have hung on that hook. How long that's been there? This is one of the old schoolhouses. The home of teachers Annie Fry from 1895 to 1907. And the schoolhouse. That's where they used to burn bad kids in the oven. I'm joking. See that? If you can see that, rectory cottages, can I say, look, nothing left. I don't know if that's from old age or whether that's where the military had blown them up. Anyway, shall we go into the old school? God, it's cold in here. It would have been absolutely freezing, I reckon. Even with the fireplace on. These Mr. Greencock to come and do some tuning. Anyone seen Friday Night Dinner? You'll know what I'm talking about. Mr. Greencock. Can't read that. Habitat means home. A flower is happiest in its own home. Draw a picture of a wildflower you know. Write its name and habitat underneath. Some original drawings from back in the day. They're not really. They're not really. Just making it up. That's probably original. See, I wonder if these are original. Do you know, I reckon they probably are. Oh, this is where the naughty kids came. Whack across the knuckles. We've got here all different types of fungus. Mermaid's purse. Conker. Poo. Don't know what it is, not poo. It's all fungus. It's a bit strange. I guess this is where like the kids would have learnt all about sort of wildlife and what they now call woodland school or something they call it, don't they? That was the school. Just going to check out the church. If it's open. Hello. You go up here. Are there any signs saying you can't? I've got to be honest with you. That floor does not seem very safe. So we're not going to go up there. So it was dismantled and then rebuilt in 1880. Dismantled and then rebuilt in 1880, so that is old. Right, so I'm just leaving the village now and we're going to go for a walk and see if we can find the coastal path and go and see some cliffs and go and see the sea. So it says it's a 15-minute walk to get to the cliffs, so we'll soon find out when we get there. But yeah, it's a nice place. Nice place to come for a walk. You've got to be careful where you go because it is a military firing range and it's still active and in use a lot. Over that side they've got tanks and all sorts, and they've got these markers in the hills, black boards with green markers, numbers 1, 2 to 6, whatever. I'm assuming they're marker points for firing at, so that's interesting. Yeah, certainly wouldn't want to be in the way. Yeah, decent place for a walk. So this is where the walk's taken us. Down to some sort of like peninsula point. There's people down there, I presume they're looking down for fossils and stuff. It's a beautiful, long pebbly beach. Not quite 18 miles like the last one, but look at that. That's decent. CCTV up there, look. Watching you. Protecting the bay. Yeah, right. Okay, right, well I couldn't think of a better spot to sit and get the kettle on. Heat myself up a coffee, sit here, enjoy this view. Now I would like to get the drone up, I really would, but there is a CCTV camera just there and it's panning round. I presume it's watching people down on the beach, making sure they don't wander off to the sort of like the hills where they shouldn't be. You're not allowed up there. Would be good to get a drone up though and get some great shots, wouldn't it? But we don't want to break the rules, we want to be sensible. So and it is a little bit windy actually, there is a bit of breeze going on, so I don't know how it'll cope. It's a new drone, I don't want to lose it. So anyway, I'm going to leave you with some scenery shots. Enjoy while I brew my coffee. Right, okay guys, so I think that concludes my little tour of Tyneham village and the coastline surrounding it. The GoPro's about to run out of battery, the drone's run out of battery, my phone's nearly run out of battery. I'm starving, gonna head back to the van because I've got some lunch in the van. Yes, leftovers of yesterday's, what I wanted chicken, but ended up being pork stir fry, which I really enjoyed. So I'm gonna go and head off and I'm gonna go and scran that and get that down my neck, because I'm absolutely ravenous. Then I think we're going to start making a slow drive back home. Might find a couple of places to stop off en route. Anything looks interesting, we'll be stopping off. But for now, I've got a nice long walk back. I won't bore you with it. Next clip should be me back at the van. May as well cook it up and eat it, eh? Whew. Wait till everyone smells it, they're going to be like, oh, what's that he's cooking? God, I bloody love this thing. Tastes even better the next day, doesn't it? Right, okay, so our next stop, I don't know if you can see me because the sun's in your eyes. Our next stop is going to be, well, I hope it's going to be anyway, the Miami of the south of England. That's right, Miami of the south of England. I'll explain all when we get there, but we've got a ferry to catch, so let's get going. So, en route to the ferry, and I've just had to immediately pull over. Nearly flew straight past this place, but managed to just slam the anchors on, on the ice, and get in. Are you ready for this? Wait for this view, ready? 3, 2, 1. Bosh, look at that. You can see for miles. So where are we? Over there is Bournemouth. Moving round, you've got sort of Poole area, and then that little island there, I don't know if you can see it, there is an island that's called Brownsea Island. That's like a what's it called, nature reserve. People own that, and you can get boat trips out to that. And then all of this is the Purbex, which is where we've basically been driving around for the last few days. All the way over there, right out beyond. So yeah, just thought I'd pull over. It literally, like, it looks like they've had bloody snow here. There's like chunks of ice and everything. But yeah, what a view. Anyway, we are going to go to another beach and await our ferry, and then I think it's going to be time to beeline it straight back home. So stick with me. Try and get the drone up one more time. We've got a good beach to look at. Okay, so they're queuing for the ferry already. I've just slung the drone up and just did some great drone shots where you could see how far the ferry goes. You could literally throw a stone to the other side. Unfortunately, it's one of those ferries, car ferry, where you just stay in your vehicle, because pretty much you could probably roll on one side and then just roll off the other. It's a chain link ferry. It pulls itself across and it takes about 3 or 4 minutes. So it's nothing exotic. We're not needing anywhere abroad or anything exciting like that. We're just literally going over from the Purbex over to Sandbanks. And Sandbanks is what they call the Miami of the south of England. It's where all the millionaires live. There's some big houses. You've got sort of people like Harry Redknapp. A few other footballers live on there that play for Bournemouth. Yeah, big houses, worth a lot of money. You've got to have some wedge to live in Sandbanks. But we're gonna get the ferry over. We're gonna stop off. If we can park up down by the coast there and have a little nosy round. So I'll catch you the other side of the water. Hello.
Hello there. Card.
You all right?
There we go.
Cheers.
Need a receipt?
No, I'm good. Thank you, mate.
Okay.
No, lovely.
Couple of seconds. And all good. Thank you very
Lovely.
much.
Cheers, buddy.
Bye.
Bye. So there it is, just there, going off there in the distance. So it's not the biggest of ferries. Literally, look at that, look, the body of water that it goes over. You could literally just throw a pebble and hit the other side. But anyway, it is by a beautiful, stunning beach called Chesil Bay. And it really is stunning. I've been there in the summertime before with the family, and it is absolutely beautiful. If you get it on a sunny day, honestly, you could be anywhere in the world. So I guess we'll just sit here and wait. Try and zoom in on these houses. There you go. You can see some of those houses. Look. That could even be Harry Redknapp, because one of those is Harry Redknapp's. But you can see there that they've all got their own jetties down to the sea. It's not a bad life, is it? I mean, and to be honest, they're small compared to what is the other side of those. That's small. So I was just curious to know, this ferry, I was just curious to know, it's £5.40 for a car, right? So they reckon in the summertime, they reckon a busy summer Saturday might see 20 to 30 crossings each way with full loads. So that's what, £5.40. It's £108 per crossing times 40 crossings. So it makes £4,320 a day. And it's every single day throughout the summer. It is packed to the brim. So that's £4,500 every single day during the summertime. Well, I couldn't not pull up here and check out this beach. Oh, it is stunning. Look at this. And it's busy. British people love a beach. Well, it seems like a good place to end the 2 weeks. 2 weeks, yeah, 2 weeks worth of videos. 2 days for me. Seems like a good place to end it. On the beach. Oh my God, look at this. A magician. What the hell? I want one, I've got to get one, I want one. Look at him go. He's like something out of the Avengers. Anyway, like I was saying, this seems like a good way to end the 2 weeks for you, 2 days for me, mini-series of what I've been up to down in Dorset. So I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you haven't already, please give me a thumbs up, click the like button, bell notifications, subscribe, all the business, you know what to do. I'd really appreciate it. And I'm also now on Buy Me a Coffee. So if you fancy Buy Me a Coffee, I'd really appreciate it. And I'll stick all the money that I get from that back into the channel, back out on trips, and I'll use that money wisely. But for me, thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. And Jesus, there's a fire as well. My God. Right, I will leave you with a beautiful sunset. I love you all lots.